So now that we've gone through all that, let's finally talk about today's weird show.
Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil, created by Lauren Bouchard, who co-created Home Movies with Brendan Small and created Bob's Burgers. Quite the pedigree. This is what he did in between them, and it's weird.
He also did,
It was another failed pilot.
Yeah, no, he did another show.
You look that up. This is a show about, the title character, Lucy.
Yeah, Dr. Katz.
Oh, yeah, he was on He didn't create it, but he worked on Dr. Katz, Professional Therapist.
Writer, producer, editor.
Yeah.
Which I've got to watch, because it's, apparently pretty similar to Home Movies in humor.
Yeah, I never saw it either.
Yeah, and Home Movies is my favorite show. Probably ever.
Pretty great.
Yeah. So this is a show about the Antichrist, Lucy, Daughter of the Devil, played by Melissa Bardengalski, who played Melissa on Home Movies, and her father, the Devil, played by H. John Benjamin, who played McGurk and Jason on Home Movies, and you may know him more
as
Bob Belcher and Sterling Archer.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I guess this is kind of a news thing. I want to talk about Archer. They said that after last season's Archer Vice, where they did, a different kind of thing, that the next season of Archer is going to go back to espionage. But current events have created a problem where the spy company, what are those things called?
I don't even know.
Agency can no longer be called ISIS.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because of those
fuck.
Yeah, because of those terrorist fucks. One of the guys on the show has said, we've got a warehouse full of ISIS merchandise that we can't sell. We have to bury it in the desert next to the ET cartridges.
Gosh.
Now, I think they'll be able to write around it where it's they'll have... ISIS was dismantled. So when they make a new thing, they're like, well, it's a new start. Let's give it a new name. Pisces. Whatever.
Pisces.
Yeah, because they cannot call it ISIS.
No, they can't.
Those guys suck so bad.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out.
Yep. Back to Lucy. So the show is pretty...
So the show is about Satan trying to usher in the end of days, which involves getting Lucy to do something. The thing is, Satan is a very incompetent devil. He's H. John Benjamin. What do you want? Supporting characters include his assistant, Becky, the Devil's Advocate, also played by Bardengalski. DJ Jesus, a DJ escape artist, modern artist,
Who
street artist.
performs miracles. Almost miracles.
But not quite.
Yeah. He's played by John Glazer, who part of Satan's goal is to get him out of the way because he appears, by all measures, to be the second coming.
He doesn't try very hard, though.
No, nobody tries very hard in this show.
They kind of like each other.
Yeah, Jesus and the devil are always palling around, and then Lucy and Jesus date.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Jesus knows that Lucy's dad is the devil, even though it's obvious, because he only ever calls Lucy's dad, and I don't even know.
Oh, hey, Lucy's dad.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
Lucy's
think he
dad.
knows.
Jesus has a sycophantic assistant named Judas, also played by Benjamin. And then we got the special clergy of monks and one nun, right? No, priests and a nun, who are trying to stop the Antichrist.
They're on a mission from God.
Father Giuseppe Cantalupi, played by Benjamin. Father Benetti, played by Sam Cedar, who was Fenton on Home Movies and Hugo in Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Bouchard, these are longtime friends of his. That's why he reuses them so much. And then Sister Mary, played by Eugene Merman, Gene on Bob's Burgers, and Eugene in Home Movies in 2 episodes. The Russian kid.
Oh yeah.
Because Eugene Merman is Russian.
Oh.
I mean, his family immigrated when he was a kid, so he doesn't naturally have an accent, he can just do it.
Right.
Yeah,
Sister Mary might be the funniest character in the show.
definitely.
Yeah.
She's pretty insane. She's
love
not a
it.
very holy woman.
No.
And then there's Senator Bob Whitehead, also played by Sam Cedar, who's a Satanist U.S. senator who's trying to run for president with Satan's help.
Yeah, the plan is Satan's going to help him become the president with Lucy, the Antichrist, as his side, at his side, so that the devil can have control of everything. But he kind of
There's like 5 voice actors in this entire main cast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much.
Galsky, Glazer, Benjamin, Cedar,
Merman.
Merman. Yep.
Yep. It's not that many people.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because it's kind of a low budget show. This is probably this is probably the worst looking show we've probably.
I like it.
I like it too. Actually, they look cute.
It's a very interesting style. It's a very lo-fi CGI. Everything's really rounded. The sort of like stock civilians all look like those little people toys.
Yeah, it's
Know what I'm
even
talking about?
worse. It's even worse than Ninja Turtles because you guys mentioned that like everybody except the main 2 or 3 humans looked not that great. That's cranked up to 11 in this, where everybody's modeled, but then every single non-main character is a weeble.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Or a little person.
yeah.
little people.
They're not like
They're not
the
minions.
toys. We mean the toys.
We mean the toys.
Not the people.
Yeah, it's animated by Fluid Animation.
I mean, I'll give it that it's fluid, I guess.
I mean, it
It
reminds me.
animates.
I mean, it looks like something a college animation student would work an entire semester on to make if it
And
was
get
just
us-
one person doing it.
Yeah.
Give him a C. For animation, like I'd be like, this is hilarious, but this is an animation class. This is kind of garbage.
Also,
But I'm just one person.
I mean, if they made all 11 episodes, then yeah, but like, because you can knock this out in like, there's movies longer than this entire series.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's 11 episodes, but it's 11 episodes of 11 minutes.
Do you know how long it takes to rig shit and create textures?
Those,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they use the same rigging for every character. Like, the only thing that was rigged was their arms. They just hop around like...
Oh yeah, they do they hop around like little board game pieces.
Yeah.
I love their asymmetrical eyes.
Yeah.
They're really cute. Like they're actually pretty marketable looking.
Yeah.
And those,
Like imagine just a really high quality like vinyl figure of a random Lucy Dar the Devil background character.
Like those background skeleton dudes that were just on Satan's couch in that one episode. They
They're
were so
cute.
cute. They're like little Manny Ortegas.
and they're the terrible boobs,
Yeah.
the laziest boobs ever.
Rivaling Michelangelo in lazy boobs.
Michelangelo had an excuse. He had never seen a woman.
He just sculpted a dude and like slapped some orange.
Slap some
arms.
titties on him.
Like,
Yeah.
here's some.
But yeah, it's 11 episodes of 11 minutes long. The show is 2 hours long in its entirety. It only got one season. Mm-hmm. This is weird.
The pilot actually came out in 2005, and the series itself didn't begin until 2007.
Yeah. Which actually, I believe, predates by a long time the trend of just releasing 11-minute shows
Yeah.
as their own instead of, 2 11-minute vignettes as one episode.
Yeah,
They-
though I
they
think
were-
Adult Swim had more of like that open format where they could just shove it in the middle of something
Yeah, maybe.
and
Yeah.
make a
Well,
difference.
because I think because also Aqua Teen Hunger Force was 11 minutes.
I never watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think most of their shows actually starting out was
Yeah.
C Lab.
I know first season of China, Illinois, but that's newer.
Yeah, I think C Lab 2021 was 11 minutes, just because I can't
That
imagine,
seems-
because I'm remembering the plots and I'm like, they can't stretch.
You're
that to
probably
22.
right about that.
yeah.
Yeah, production they were 12 minutes. So yeah, Adult Swim sort of headed that whole future trend of making little piecemeal stuff because it's 2014 and we have other shit to do. Let's move on with these shows, people. I got Twitters to Instagram.
Shut up, dude.
Yay.
And so the show's very cute.
Yeah, it's surprisingly cute.
It's like not.
It's twee.
I wouldn't call it twee because I like it.
What about the openings though?
Oh, those openings are...
That's cool. They use a different song every time. It's always a cover?
No, the first song in the pilot was Man-Eater by Hall & Oates, but they couldn't do that anymore because of copyright stuff.
Dang. I love Hall & Oates.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of them might be covers. Some of them are just, like, made-up little jingles, like...
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times they're just performed by Benjamin.
Yeah, a lot of times it's just, like, one, like... Like, just these stupid little songs, and you're like, what? It's, like, trying to be creepy, but not.
Because, like, they've done a couple covers, because, like, they had that karaoke scene, and then they had the Vampire Altar Boys that, like, it opened with them singing, like as altar boys, but instead of a random church hymn, it was just fucking Boogie Oogie Oogie Get Down. And they kept singing it as they were mauling the rest
and then
of the
that transitioned to the opening
credits. And the last episode had I Know What Boys Like.
Yeah.
Worst song ever. So yeah, there's a couple songs here and there.
Clearly, the greatest musical achievement of this series was Pound My Tom Tom. They should have released that as a single. I'd have bought it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, there is a Bob's Burgers soundtrack coming down the pipe, which I'm looking
rad.
for.
Oh, fun.
His Bouchard shows have had a rich history of music. I mean, obviously, Home Movies was co-produced and created by fucking Brendan Small, who went on to create and do all the music for Metalocalypse.
Oh yeah,
he does everything on those albums except the drums.
Great, That's rad.
Yeah.
So for this show, it does have a creepy feel to it. So it is Halloween-y, I guess. Because sometimes the devil will just, like, influence people, and it just sort of does, like, that typical satanic thing where it's like, I'm hearing voices, and, like, it's flashing, and I see blood on the walls, and everyone's dying, and I'm jumping out a window, and...
Yeah. It's like, the devil is capable? Talented? What's the word?
He has power.
He's potent. He just has his priorities all fucked up, so he doesn't use it.
It's like power and a ton of followers, but, like, gets really distracted and is forgetful. And Lucy's kind of just, like, you know...
I feel like Lucy's a secondary character in this show.
Pretty much. She's really...
Yeah, she's secondary to Satan, Jesus, and even the special clergy.
Yeah. Like, we don't know too much about her, honestly. We know she went to art school. She's living on her own. She has a creepy demon dog. She's insecure about her weight. That's about it.
Yeah, and she's in an unhealthy relationship with Jesus because he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah. And she kind of doesn't really have any jobs. She works for her dad's evil taco stand.
Yeah, what is it? Tequila Sally's.
Tequila Sally's.
It's an inauthentic pseudo-Mexican restaurant.
Yep. That's pretty much what she does. Like, honestly, the devil doesn't make her do very many Antichrist things at all.
He really just harasses her for not doing them.
He really just, like, calls her all the time. He's like, hey.
They have a horrible familial relationship, but I feel like they've both come to terms with that, and they just go with it.
Yeah, Satan, we don't know who the mom is, but we got to see the conception scene. Satan was just like, hey, I will give you a, where is it? It's a car. What's the kind of car?
Datsun 280ZX.
Yes. If you let me, like, have the Antichrist with you. And she was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And it's like this really awkward scene because, like, he can't keep it up, and it's just like, wow. Oh, did we mention that the devil wears Bill Cosby sweaters?
We did not, which in an episode is revealed that he got from Cosby.
It's like, oh yeah, I got them from Cosby.
He's like, I love your sweater, man. It's so Cosby. No, thanks. Where'd you get it? Cosby. I know him.
I know him. We're good friends.
Yeah, the show takes place in San Francisco, which is also where the animation studio's located, so that's convenient for them. So the climax was on the Golden Gate Bridge because, of course. Yeah, and then, like, I guess we could talk about the clergy more. They're sent by the Pope from the Vatican on their special mission to stop the Antichrist. In the first episode, Sister Mary wasn't there. It was this other father. It was like a African-American guy. But they dropped him in exchange for Sister Mary, which I think was a good choice. Sister Mary is hilarious. Yeah, Giuseppe's kind of just like, he's the leader, and he gives the opening monologue for every episode. They're not super competent either.
No,
in
no
their
one
endeavors.
is. No one is.
No one in this show is.
I mean, Special Sister Mary gets stuff done, but it's not the right thing most of the time.
No, like in the episode with the vampires, it turns out that a lot of the vampire rules from the movies aren't real. Like, you don't turn to a vampire by getting bitten; it's by drinking their blood. But she still shoots two guys in the chest with a crossbow after they get bitten. She's like, "I'm sorry,
I forgot. I'm sorry."
Yeah, that's what she said. It's okay. Eugene Merman in the pitch he does for the Gene Belcher voice, but like ostensibly doing like Gene Belcher in a Monty Python skit.
Yeah.
Yep. The best episode with her was probably Satan's School for Girls. That was pretty great.
I like how they never, like, they revealed, like, there was that big reveal that, like, oh no, the pool guy or whatever was Satan, but it's like, why was he there?
Like, why did nobody know? I mean, like
they never explained what he, like, he had no ulterior motive, he had no mission, he was, like, he just got a job there, I guess, or something.
Yeah, like, Satan just walks around and nobody freaks out. Like, I mean, he's a red dude with horns, and people are just like, whatever. Like, he shows up to one of the senators, like, special campaign dinner things, and everybody's just like,
Yeah,
whatever.
the senator's freaking out, but, like, no one cares.
Nope.
Like, even Lucy has, like, little horns, and, like, no one cares. Jesus actually was, like, making out with them.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus in the first episode. And, like, when I saw that, I was like, that's messed up. But if I knew a cute girl with horns, I would probably do that eventually.
I mean,
they're there!
I'd ask first, but, like, I'm gonna take it.
I'd do that.
It can't. It's not as gross as the Busboy episode 7.
Oh yeah, no, that was gross. That was probably the grossest.
One of the grossest things I've seen in a while.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh yeah. Trigger warning.
I was like, I was watching something like, this is skirting the line.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't very funny. Though the best line, or the line that made us laugh the hardest,
was from Dreamster.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a Nightmare on Elm Street thing where the devil's playing a guy named, Franz Wiener?
Yeah, Dr. Wiener.
Yeah, he's infiltrating people's dreams, trying to find out what they are most scared of. He namely wants to freak out Jesus and Father Giuseppe. Jesus' biggest fear is actually claustrophobia, despite being an escape artist. So in this dream that the devil manipulates, it's called the resurrection.
Yeah.
He's put in a coffin, buried alive, and put in a rock, and then he's like struggling in the coffin. And like, I'm not claustrophobic, like generally, but like I was freaking out because
wow.
I wasn't. I was like,
But I mean, like, if I was buried alive, I would be like, oh no, I can't move.
I'm pretty sure everybody would.
Yeah, It was for whatever reason, it was visceral enough to affect me. And then Giuseppe's biggest fear was like these weird larvae that grow in your skin.
Oh yeah.
So they were all popping out of him. So like it switched from Jesus in the ground to
worms
to Giuseppe like pulling grubs out of his face. And I'm like, oh, thank God, I can relax. I can contextualize this.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
But the goof was. So he's like thrashing in bed and choking on his rosary, and Mary comes up and is like, "Shut the hell up! We're all trying to sleep. Kill yourself with your beat some other time. Jerk off."
Yeah, like I can relate to Special Sister Mary because in Satan's School for Girls, she was made fun of for being hairy. She was Hairy Mary, and I was like, I know that feel. That was exactly what I was made fun of in school. Though I didn't have an opportunity to kill everyone.
You didn't have the opportunity, otherwise you would have.
Yeah, that's a oddly self-incriminating word choice.
I mean, I don't know. It's a nice fantasy to see play out in this bizarre cartoon.
I think one of my favorites was Dildo Factory. Just because I couldn't quite tell how sincere Lucy was. Because, like, at first I was like, okay, she's just doing a dig at her dad, and she seemed to be doing that. But then, like, other times I was like, she might just be super into dildos. I can't tell. Either way, it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I clearly don't know much about what, like, women like. I think a lot of them really like dildos.
A lot of women like vibrators.
I think a lot of women like... Look, a lot of the hundreds of thousands of dildos are sold every year in America. Somebody's got to be using them.
Yeah.
Somebody likes them.
Yeah, it's true.
Truth.
Very, very true. And then, God, the Burning Man episode. I didn't know what Burning Man was until, I think, this year. And I still kind of don't know what it is, honestly.
Some stupid hippie thing in the desert.
Some stupid thing.
People go out and take psychotropic drugs in the middle of the desert and rock out. Probably. Like, it's crazy.
They had sand in their butt
It's
cracks.
the perfect setting for this show.
Yeah. Although half the episode didn't really take place at it.
Oh, yeah. It was the giant candle.
Oh, yeah, the giant candle.
That was neat. And Judas being a dork.
Yeah, I could, like, that's the one, like, if I could say, like, the one thing I was, like, that this show needed, it was, like Judas actually being more of a Judas. He was just sort of like a tool bag.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. Like, it didn't really go anywhere. Did they think that they would get another season?
I don't know, man.
No,
I wouldn't know.
I don't think so. I mean,
because like at the ending, like at first I thought they were leaving it on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, oh shit, and then it resolved. It was a goof.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it got a DVD release in 2010.
Yeah, but you have to buy it through the Adult Swim store. So it's
also
not like
on iTunes.
Widely released thing. I mean, I don't know. It's a fun little...
Yeah, for a 2-hour thing that you can all watch on AdultSwim.com, you could probably do a lot worse.
Yeah, probably. Oh, my favorite character was Terry the Teratoma.
Oh yeah, Terry. That was one of the episodes I vividly remembered, because that's like when it first aired, because I was like, what the fuck's a teratoma? And I looked it up and I was like, gross.
I wish I hadn't done
forever.
that. Terry is much cuter than the real thing.
Yeah, because it's John Benjamin with a lisp.
It's like, I mean, it's Jimmy Jr.
Oh yeah, it's Jimmy Jr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not much to it.
It's not much to it. So, I mean, I guess we recommend if you can tolerate the Adult Swim at its weirdest, check it out. It's pretty funny, even if a lot of it's very weird. Maybe skip the Busboy episode, and check, H. John Benjamin's in it. Really, that's enough to sell me on anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a progression. Like, you see what Lauren Bouchard has done, other than Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers is equally his most marketable thing he's ever done, and I like home movies better, but Bob's Burgers is home movies is kind of a niche thing. It's there are a lot of weird characters just mumbling at each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was the thing about this show. I felt like they needed to talk more. Like, they needed to just go and not stop. It would have made things more funny, I felt.
Yes, some stuff felt like they were taking scenes like a little bit. Like, there was a couple moments where I was like, this sounds like, it was in the booth and they were just going with it. But for the most part, it sounded pretty to script.
Yeah, I felt like it could have benefited from going off script a little bit more.
Which is what home movies, especially in season 1, was.
I don't know, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me coming off my marathoning every Blamimations high. I don't know.
Oh, you watched those? I'm so glad you did. They're so good.
Yeah, they're pretty great.
They're pretty freaky.
What's your favorite one? Saw Babies? Cat Whisperer?
Yeah, honestly, yes. Saw Babies. Saw Babies is probably my favorite. Oh no. Okay, that's my favorite, like, running one. My favorite one-off is Pee Poops.
We might do an episode about Blamimations.
Maybe.
Let's do it.
In a week where it's like, that would be a good finals week one.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, check out Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil. If you like crudely 3D animated, bizarre comedy shows.
If you like H. John Benjamin, this is another one of his great things he's been in. Yeah. And he is 100% H. John Benjamin like he always is. He's pretty much never not H. John Benjamin.
And it's spooky fun for Halloween if you want some spooky demon fun.
Mm-hmm. On the spoop scale, I would give this a heebie-jeebie. Only one.
That's anti-Semitic.
Is it?
I don't know, but it sounds like it.
Like I thought you were about to drop some knowledge on me.
No, let me...
What?
That's been bothering me for a while. It sounds anti-Semitic.
It's certain episodes are spooky cool.
It was coined in the 1920s, so for all we know, maybe. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, Snopes is on this.
Okay.
Is heebie-jeebies an anti-Semitic phrase? We're doing this live, people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Cool.
Okay.
It's not.
All right.
So we give it one heebie-jeebie.
On the spoopy scale. On the spoop scale.
On the spoop scale. What did we give Box Trolls on the spoop scale?
Like a
crepe.
For
crepey.
Wasn't a crepe.
Let's go with a crepe.
What?
This is not a discrete scale.
What? Why crepe? Where did that come from?
Because it sounds like creepy, but it's not creepy.
This French guy has given me the crepes.
Oh, God. Jeez. Oh,
I'm making this up as I go along. What do you want from
This is an indiscrete, probably logarithmic scale, like the Richter scale.
I hate you guys. Alrighty, so I guess that's Lucy.